Being originally from Los Angeles County, Spanish for me was an extreme part of my life due to my work in restaurants. However, outside of that, Spanish was not spoken in the streets. It was almost viewed as a taboo. You didn't want to be seen speaking Spanish, no matter your background. Whereas now being in Miami for 1 year, Spanish is a necessity. I speak more Spanish than English on a daily basis. And looking at the population of Los Angeles, I would think that Spanish would actually be, relatively needed. We're out of 10 million people in Los Angeles, almost half, 4.9 million people are Spanish speakers, the majority of which come from Mexico. Well, that's quite obvious considering California was owned by Mexico. But of course, after the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo, the United States did not uphold their side of the deal and did not respect Mexican citizens and people of Mexico who became U.S. citizens to continue speaking Spanish in business deals, therefore adding to this sense of taboo when it being spoken. Now, moving to Miami, quite smaller, 2.9 million people, more than half, 68.6% of Miami's inhabitants are native speakers, Spanish being their first language. And of foreign-speaking people, 66.4% speak Spanish. Now, even though it's a smaller population, the majority is quite substantial in comparison to the big city and the big county that is Los Angeles.
Yeah, the mix-up all seems to stem from this sign. The restaurant's owner tells us he never realized it doesn't read Friday special in English, and it was never a problem until one man was charged full price.
It says it's Mexican. We're not in Mexico. We're in America.
A tirade over a taco. This man in Anaheim even yells at customers who try to come to the cashier's defense.
I'm an American. I don't use Spanish.
The owner of Palapas Tacos on Lincoln says the man could not understand the fish specials board because of this one word, viernes, which is Friday in Spanish.
My cashier, she was really shaking when he left. She was like scared. Since he got in, he was like in a bad mood. He was like acting aggressive. He was like not having a good day.
The sign outside says Especial de Viernes. Inside the restaurant, though, it clearly says Friday in English. But even when the cashier pointed that out, witnesses say the man didn't let up. That's when the owner, Juan Del Rio, grabbed his cell phone.
Who are you gonna call?
Huh?
Who are you gonna call?
Immigration.
For what?
For you.
Why?
Because you're not legal.
This is over a taco.
That was particularly hurtful to the cook, who was also on the receiving end of the rant. Ruben Velasquez is shy about speaking English on camera, but tells us in Spanish,
Uno trabaja honradamente.
one works honestly. We don't take the bread out of anyone's mouth.
I honestly don't know if he's racist or just hate Mexican or hate his life.
Del Rio tells us the man is not a regular, and as you can probably guess, he's not welcome back. Live in Anaheim, Chrissy Fajardo, KCAL 9 News.
All right, Chris.
So you can't take my order. You won't understand what I'm saying?
One woman's frustrating trip through the drive-thru has gone viral on social media, and it's sparking a conversation about language. That driver is visibly upset because the employee at a Taco Bell drive-thru in Hialeah didn't speak English. We spoke with that driver, and Taco Bell has taken action. Local 10 News investigator Jeff Weinsteer is on this story. He's live with the details. Jeff.
Laura, you're about to see it yourself. A Taco Bell employee refusing to take an order, actually telling a customer to go to another location because that order wasn't placed in Spanish. Take a look.
Nobody here speak English. Nobody in the back speak English.
At this Taco Bell drive-thru, no Spanish, no service.
Excuse me, I'm trying to order food and
no hay nadie que hable inglés.
Alexandra Montgomery thought it was a joke and pulled out her camera.
Okay, but I want to order food.
No hay nadie que hable inglés. Te puedes mover,
That
por
doesn't
favor.
make any
No hay
sense.
nadie que hable inglés.
You're not making any You don't have a manager here?
En su casa durmiendo.
The annoyed Taco Bell employee says the manager is home sleeping.
She was replying to what I was saying in English, but she was replying in Spanish. So it's like, okay, I think you understand what I'm saying.
It was 10:30 Wednesday night. Montgomery went to this Taco Bell at 785 East 9th Street in Hialeah. The employee tells Montgomery that this is Hialeah.